Hey, what's up, and welcome back to A-Aron Reacts, and we are back for another Angelina Jordan video, and actually another Amy Winehouse cover, and this one is Rehab, and I'm told she changes the lyrics again. So we saw her version of Back to Black, and I just did a mini series of that. We'll link to that, but do check that out if you haven't, and I just did that, so this is very recent. And we talked a lot about her brilliance and what she's done with that, and so I think she's doing that again here. Now, this is at the age of 12 at the Kongsberg Jazz Festival in 2018. This is Amy Winehouse Rehab, and she changes the lyrics. It sounds like it's something to do with school because the title here says school. So this is from this video is from big Angie fan Chris Walker. Thank you, Chris. You've done some great videos before, and I think we're gonna do a reaction together. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And so yeah, let's dive in. Before we do, just super quick notes on this because this is a song that I feel like needs a little bit of an introduction if you're not familiar with it, right? This is one of Amy Winehouse's most famous songs. And it was written and produced written by her and produced by Mark Ronson. And Mark Ronson is iconic, right? He's known for artists is Christina Aguilera, Adele, most famously perhaps is Uptown Funk. So this is the original song has a funky soul retro vibe, influenced by girl groups Motown and so forth. So it'll be really interesting to hear Angelina's take on that because I think it suits her really well, and she does Amy Winehouse really well from what I've seen so far. So let's dive right in. This should be interesting. I failed to mention something pretty important here. So Chris wrote a music video with lyrics of the Angelina Jordan cover of Rehab by Amy Winehouse. The lyrics were extensively changed by Angelina, and the song is retitled School. Audio is from the audio-only recording of her performance at the Kongsberg Jazz Festival in 2018, and video is from a rehearsal and three other sources. So, yeah, let's dive in. I failed to mention that. So we're getting the audio from that with overlaying video. Ooh. Same feel.
Herman, Nikolai, Angelina Jordan.
Slightly slower tempo.
They try to make me go to school. I said no, no, no.
Oh, clever.
Yes, I've been there, but when I come back, you know, no, no. I ain't got the time, and then my mommy thinks I'm wild. Just try to make me go to school. I won't go.
Wow, so there's already so much to unpack here. My goodness. Yeah, so I think this is the same feel of the original, and it's very close to the same tempo. It might even be a same, but to me it feels slightly slower. I don't know if I'm off on that, but it's about the same. Um, a couple things I know. Well, first of all, I mean the changing from Rehab, which is a dark, theme, right? And it's especially dark from Amy's perspective because she died of alcohol poisoning at the age of like 28, 27. Right? And so, this song actually was based on a story that, they really did want her to go rehab and she said no, and it kind of formulated the song is my understanding. I could be wrong on that, but something along those lines, right? And I think the sincerity and genuineness of it, in terms of her life is what, the vulnerability is what has one of the things that had made it so popular. So here, Angelina is making it for a girl, a 12-year-old, and not wanting to go to school. So it's so much more appropriate. And you hear her trying to, and so again, like she did the same thing with Back to Black, where you hear roughly, I think it's identical chord structure. It's very similar chord progression. I think it's in the same key, if I'm not mistaken. Almost the same tempo, almost the same feel, almost the same instrumentation, and she just changes up the lyrics. So this is starting to become a little bit of a thing here, right? And she is retaining a lot of that same Amy Winehouse feeling and sentiment of those lyrics and even the sound of the voice, but making it her own, right? Like she's adding her own a little bit more vibrato and then no, 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 which is a double sound because it's N-O and then K-N-O-W as well, right? Um, And then she's the other thing that's interesting is in the Amy Winehouse version, when Amy says no, 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 it's a chorus singing that no, no, no. And here it's just Angelina, which is an interesting choice. I feel like I like Amy's version better from that perspective because, it gives it a little bit more of that gospel feel. But on second thought, maybe that's a little deliberate because if you think about what is the meaning of that, and I don't know if I've ever really thought about the meaning of if what could be the meaning of Amy Winehouse's version of that chorus, but multiple thinking, but it could almost be like her inner demons coming out saying, no, 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 it's multiple voices inside of her. Whereas Angelina is trying to give the impression that no, it's just her. She doesn't want to go to school. I don't know. Interesting. Let's get back to it.
I'd rather be at home with Granny.
Hmm.
I ain't got 200 days.
Ooh.
Because there's nothing.
Okay, so I hadn't listened to the song in a while, so I just listened to the Amy Winehouse version before this, so I can spot some things here. And it was 70 days in the Amy Winehouse version. She changes it to 200 days, but 70 days was almost undecorated from Amy's version. Angelina just completely decorates that 200, kind of dances around it. Makes it feel longer, which of course I'm sure she's making a relation of 200 days to the school calendar year as opposed to 70 days of rehab is the original idea. But she changes as well. I'd rather be home with Ray, I think is the original, to I'd rather be at home with Granny, which we know Granny is her complete and total inspiration. She's her life. And the fact that she'd rather be at home with her, I think is very genuine, right?
There's nothing you can teach me
Oof.
that I can learn from my family. I didn't get a lot from you. There's so much for me to get through. They try to make me go.
Oh my gosh, there's so much here. I mean, first of all, just her singing is just incredible. She's adding in her own stuff. I mean, just the teach me and that whole phrase, nothing, nothing you can teach me. It's the same lyrics as the Amy Winehouse version. That's one of those that she didn't change. But Amy does it a lot more staccato and short, and Angelina just connects it all, makes it legato with nice melismas, creating almost a new melody with that. Just magical. And this lyric, there's nothing, nothing you could teach me. Now this goes back to I think it was the Limbo interview with Angelina, and she sings was it Unchained Melody, I think. I have a reaction to that. And during I think that's the right one. I think so. During that interview, she talks about how one learns more from traveling than, going to school. And I feel like she's really kind of referring to that here is that she can experience life. She wants to experience life. Especially from Angelina, like she can learn so much more, studying music, traveling the world, homeschooling, right? And, then she talks about she changed the lyrics from, I can't learn from was it something Hathaway? Mrs. Hathaway, or was it Mr. I don't know. I can't learn, but then she goes to I can't learn from my family, right? And she creates new phrasing with the singing with that with family, by the way. But here again, she's just demonstrating that in her world, in her life, she truly believes that she can learn more than not being at school, and I think that that's true. Now, this is a tricky topic being a father of two little boys who just turned 97, right? And I've had conversations about homeschooling, and we're looking at potentially upgrading the schooling because, I feel like my son's above his level, and the other one is slightly below, and he's not getting the help he needs to be brought up. And so, there's concepts of this, and I don't know where I stand with it because I believe in school and I think there's a lot to be learned, especially from the social aspects and so forth. But when you got someone who's a megastar like Angelina, who is destined to greatness, and she knows it at this age. I mean, this is the age where she meets Quincy Jones, and I don't know if this is before him or what, but like, I mean, she's already won Norway's Got Talent. She's been on television worldwide. She's toured. She's already gearing up to be on America's Got Talent, the Champions Edition here soon. I mean, she's already fully aware of her greatness at this point. Like, there's no doubt about it. And so I don't think it's selfish or egotistical or arrogant that she's feeling this way. Is that she knows and recognizes that she's a superstar in the making, and that I think she's being genuine here. Is that, it's not just changing the lyrics. I feel like she's being genuine. Um, yeah, and the other thing too is just I hear so much influence from Amy Winehouse in her singing, and obviously she's doing an Amy, um, song. But again, as I was listening to Amy again before this, and I don't know why, but so many people, so many of Angel fans and others don't seem to believe that Amy was so great. Like, and I don't understand that, to be honest. Amy sounds fantastic, and I think it's a dang good thing that Angelina followed and listened to her a lot. I hear so much of her in her voice, and I know a lot of you say you don't, but I do. The more I listen to Amy, in tandem with Angelina, the more I do, and I think it's a dang good thing. I really do. Um, Feel free to disagree, and some of you will, but I mean, she's a big influence on Angelina, and it's evident with what she's doing here, and I think it's a really good thing. I think it gives so much color and character to her voice later on. All right, let's continue.
Go to school. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been there, but when I come back, no, no, no. I ain't got the
Vocal
time.
fries
And
just
my mommy thinks I'm fine. She try to make me go to school. I won't go.
that mommy thinks I'm fine is similar to Amy Winehouse, but again, she adds her own character to it.
Go, go. The teacher said, why do you think you're here?
Very similar lyrics.
I said, I got no idea. I'm gonna love my granny. So I always keep her near.
Wow, so yeah, that's sad. The teacher said, "Why do you think you're here?" And she said, "I don't know." And it's very similar lyrics in the Amy Winehouse version, which is obviously like, "Why do you think you're at rehab?" I assume, and I don't know. But it's like I don't understand why I need to go to school. That you tell me I need to, but I don't see the value of it. I've got a life to live, right? I've got to focus. I've got to grow, right? Um, yeah, it's just so good. And then I have no idea. And she almost says it like that. I feel like a southern accent. Idea, not quite, not super strong, but enough that when she does the granny, I keep her near. It almost rhymes. So that's kind of neat how she did that. Um, and yeah, keeping her granny near is, just I mean, we know how that love, that connection there is very special.
She said, I think you're a good girl. You're supposed to be my dear. They try to make me.
Her grandma just reinforcing how special she is, and just, that she's right where she needs to be. She's really that rock for Angelina.
Make me go to school. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been there, but when I come back, no, no, no. I don't ever want to go to school again.
Okay, so yeah, I just need a good friend is also from I think from the original. But she's kind of hinting at the fact that, she meets friends in school and has friends and she's a normal kid. But call out Chris because I feel like you missed an opportunity here to maybe throw a video up of Angelina with Juliet with her sister and just to demonstrate that friendship because I think that's all Angelina needs, right? How close they are. But anyway, so cool.
I'm not gonna spend 10 weeks in school. Have everyone think I'm like that, and it's just not my pride. It's just till these tears have dried. They try to make me go to school.
Wow, so much power in every single lyric. And just the way she delivers it, just unbelievable. So I'm confused by that though. 10 weeks in school. That one I don't quite follow. I feel like she maybe tried to stick too close to the original because she talked about 200 days. And if you did, 5 days a week at school, times 10 weeks, that's 50 days. So I don't know how that equates to 200. Maybe when she wrote this, there was 10 weeks of school left in the season. I'm sure there's some significance there. I'm sure it's not blind or she missed it. I just don't quite follow it. That one doesn't match for me. So I'm a little confused about that one, to be honest. But what was powerful here is she said, have everyone think I'm like them. Oh my. Right? Like, she talked about before this. She was on television, I think at the age of 8, shortly after she won Norway's Got Talent. I did a reaction to it. It was her first public television appearance. I think it aired before Norway's Got Talent aired, or yeah, first live appearance because that wasn't live. And then when they got to the finals, it was live. So I think it was after they aired the first like Gloomy Sunday or maybe the second one, and then she was live. And they talked about autographs there, and that she had to sign a lot of autographs, and her hand was tired when she went to school. So she's not normal at school, I mean, that was at like 8, 9 years old, right? And she continued to grow. And of course, she's performing at all these Norway events as well as globally. So, like, she's clearly a star. She's not a normal person at school. And they all know that, right? And she says, I don't want to have everyone think I'm like them. And then, you know, I feel like for her, it has nothing to do with anything other than them. Like it's almost a disservice to them if they feel that, and then she leaves or wanders off, as if they lose their friend. She's drawn a connection with them. It feels unselfish, just because she's like that, right?
I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been there, but when I come back, you know.
Wait a minute, sorry, I didn't even comment because I think I was just going to it, but I feel like she said something about pride as well there.
Everyone think I'm like that, and it's just not my
Yeah.
pride. It's just till these tears have dried. They try to make me
Wow.
go to school. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been there, but when I come back, you know, no, no. I
Oh,
ain't
very
got the
cool.
time. And my mommy thinks I'm fine. Just try to make me go to school. I won't go, go, go.
Mommy thinks I'm fine to go to school, or I should go to school.
You're late again, Angelina Jordan.
But don't forget to keep on smiling.
How special. So I'm guessing that was just some kind of outtake or something because that was, clearly, filmed for some kind of video like this. Amazing. Wow, this is just so powerful. Again, just pure brilliance on every front. I mean, everything about this is just pure brilliance. And I do feel like now that I've listened to it, kind of my earlier comment about the chorus, multiple singers singing the No, No, No with Amy Winehouse version, I do feel like it is more appropriate for her to not have that group because she is on an island in terms of her not wanting to go to school. What her story is doesn't apply to anyone else, right? No one else can claim the same story. And so her rationale of not wanting to go to school, makes perfect sense. And what's interesting is when I started this, and I'm imagining many of you went the same journey, I thought it was just about changing the lyrics to be more age appropriate. But no, she's actually telling a very different story here that is her own story. Again, mind blown. Wow. All right, with that, if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so now. And if you're an angel and you want to get early access and a number of other perks, check out the link in the description for membership site I have at aaronreacts.com. And regardless, we will see you on the next one. Thank you much.